Hey y'all, great evening to you all. Blessings, blessings. I am so excited and feeling so full of joy because of the cosmic movements that we are having. We are having three major heavy hitters all at once right now. And that is fall equinox, of course, and a new moon, of course, and a partial solar eclipse. Yes, that's what's been going on for the last day. And I'm really, really excited because all of that took place. Those are big, heavy hitting planetary alignments and movements. And then we also have some smaller ones that were, of course, aligning and taking place with each other also. But those are big, major, heavy hitters that are going to affect everybody's life. Yeah. And some of us can look at it as disaster, but then there are some of us that are looking at it all as welcoming. It's a joy. I feel a different sense. Yeah, thank you, really. Yeah. I feel a different sense of excitement because it is time for me to live out the moments of my dreams. Yes, yes, yes. It is time for me to live out what I have been working on in my personal life, the healing that I've been doing for like the last, I'm going to say 26 years. Yeah, yeah. Because my son is about to be 24, and I started about 3 years before I had him, trying to move into a more holistic wellness routine. So it's been maybe about 27 years now. And it has definitely changed me from head to toe. It has, it's been everything. And that is because I partake in natural medicines. I partake in the healing, the natural healing of the earth. Um, yeah, I've been on this journey, y'all. So anyway, Spirit asked me to come and bring you guys these messages. And one of the messages is about how we have forgotten that we came to this planet for fruitful joy and abundance. And when I say fruitful, I don't mean just populating the planet, like bearing fruit, children, although that's, part of the soul contract also. I mean, we came here to be fruitful and abundant in all aspects of the word. It is part of our birthright. Joy, unlimited joy, and unlimited abundance is a part of our birthright and a part of the soul contract. That is part of the gifts that we receive from Spirit for being here populating the planet. Okay? And a lot of us have forgotten that. So we looking at all the things around us falling apart as doom when it's really not. And we're looking at it as there's an oppressor, when the truth of the matter is this is a manifestation of letting one group of people build everything. Let me repeat that. Transmutation of the energy is to think like what's really going on. I see both sides, and Spirit has given me the message of instead of saying that there is an oppressor, transmutation would be to look at the truth of the matter and the light that is being turned on. The light that is being turned on is all of this is happening because the scales of the universe have been unbalanced for centuries now. And at the point where we were worked ourselves up enough to build, because literally our ancestors they built with literally nothing. But for a great part of a century now, the people on the planet that feel that they are at a disadvantage has had the greatest of advantages. And you have shown to not appreciate that. You have taken the riches that you acquired and you use them in selfish ways. You didn't build not an organization, not an institution. And I'm not saying everybody, because I know there are some of us that have. I'm one that has. So I know that there are us out there. But it's late coming. The last 100 years, when we have had all of the opportunity and the welfare to build generations ago, we stopped believing in all of that, and that was our birthright. We devised a whole different timeline that was a part of the whole structure of the matrix. We followed man's false timeline. And God said, Creator said, the heavens said, the universe said, no more. It's a wrap. The untruths, everything, all unspoken truths belong to the underworld. That means they're dark. It carries dark spirits. So us not really telling the truth about what's going on, I know it looks horrible and it's gonna get worse. The hidden knowledge, hidden truths that have been buried, the things that we don't know, and the things that we do know. See, we know we haven't been building like we should. We know that. But there are other hidden truths that you don't know, like these universal laws and your birthright and your soul contract and the things that we're supposed to be doing. We are now at the reckoning point for all of that. And all of this has just been rolling for the last 100 years. We just haven't been paying attention. Of course, we haven't been here 100 years, but y'all know. You know what I'm saying. Because the last 30 years, I have been awakened to what was happening. That's a lot of the reason why I changed my wellness routine, because everything that I was doing since I was a young person literally made me sick. So yeah, we but anyway, when everything made me sick, I'm gonna finish that verse. That means I had to start learning new ways to take care of myself and to heal myself. So that's how I got to where I am now. Um, Everything out of the stores was doing something to me. And I had to figure out, like, what is going on. Everybody else can use this. Everybody else, that's what, everybody else. Why can't I brush my teeth with this? Why can't I use this mouthwash? Why can't I use this soap? Why can't I use this bleach? Why can't I use these air fresheners? Why can't I use these cleaners? Why can't I use Dove? I love Dove. Why I can't use this? Why it makes me sick? Why it give me infection? Why it make my skin itch? Just everything. So I had to learn why that was happening. And once I learned that, I learned that they were poisoning us, like intentionally. There was no doubt about it. So at that point, I had to tell as many people as I could, and I created a whole organization around changing what I knew was wrong. And once I started doing that, that was a healing that started to open up the crown, the third eye, the awakening, and then they started coming back to back to back to back. And at that point, I knew that there was a spirit all around me, protecting me and showing me things. And I thought it was just for me. I thought it was just for me. I didn't really realize that it was coming to a point where I was going to have to help the universe. I I had no idea. But now that I know what I know, that I know what I know, I see why everything that I have learned over these last almost 30 years has now come to pass, and it is now time for me to use it to help heal the world. This is the most awesomest job in the world. So I am transmuting all that negative energy, everything that's gonna happen. If I have to start growing food out of a pot, If I have to miss meals for days and days on end, I've already been training myself to go that route. The truth of the matter is, we have let the majority of everybody around us build, and we have not. So, did you all know that your sexual energy and your creator energy is one and the same? So I'm just trying to tell you how all of this goes back in a circle, comes around full circle. Everything is connected. Men had no reason to build for us. We weren't giving them anything to build. We weren't giving them a reason to build for us. But we were giving them every reason to just ride shotgun up on us and get what they wanted from us and be able to walk away. And that's not every man, that's just the majority of how it has been going. We have been a victim of what is called the Jezebel spirit. It is like the energy that has been roaming the earth now for over 100 years, and we've all been a part, and we all have partaked in it. So the fact that we haven't been building leads back to us not using our sexual energy properly. We have not been using it to create like we should. The majority of people have been using their sexual energy to destroy. And the biggest thing that we destroy is the family structure. We think it's a game. We think it's a game. We have not did what spirit placed us here to do. We have not. We've been playing with it. We've been thinking it's a game, and we still doing it. All that talk about, I hope this thing been recording. All this talk about we don't need each other and we can't trust each other. We've been killing each other. Oh, and another thing that y'all might, I done said this before. If we start killing what you eat, because killing is encoded in our DNA. Let me move this mic. I ain't saying every person on the planet want to kill, because some people say they don't want to kill a thing, but they want to eat meat. But anyway, once again, Spirit told me to give you this message. Killing is encoded in our DNA. So, you might not think you have a desire to kill, but there's a point where you will. And that is mainly to feed yourself and your family. You know what I mean? So when it gets to that point, You will, or you'll starve. But anyway, it's encoded in our DNA. So even if we think we don't know how to do it, when the time comes, when the reckoning spirit is upon us, all of it'll flood, the memory will flood back to us. You notice how I wanted to say one thing and something else came out. It'll come back. What we got to do? It'll come back to us. But here's the thing: if we do that, we will stop killing each other. We never had any business working for them anyway. Which way do I look? Because I want to make sure you get this. We never had any business working for them anyway. You can't manifest joy and real abundance, longevity, good health, wealth. You can't manifest those things working for them. You have to manifest those things working for spirit. Yeah, you can get high paying jobs, but because you're working for the wrong things, you'll accumulate more of the wrong things that will eat that income alive. So you'll be making lots of money, but you still won't be rich. You still won't be happy. You still won't have joy. You still won't have wellness. You won't be able to let wellness in on the fake matrix timeline that they created for capitalism. Spirit says enough is enough. The end times are here. They are not near. They are here. Yeah, we being pushed back to the land, people. We being pushed back to the land. And I know that information because I've been getting the message for over 20 years. Ask my family. I've been telling them. And they ain't been listening. I've been telling them ever since my son probably was about 3 or 4 that this was coming. So yeah, it's here now. And I'm excited because I know everything is going to fall, but I am here to help pick up the pieces. So that gives me a whole lot of excitement, a whole lot of hope, a whole lot of joy, a whole lot of peace. I was equipped with all the love anyway. I didn't have all of this other stuff until I seen that was spiritual. You hear me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Enjoy this fall equinox. Enjoy this new moon. Plant your new seeds. Enjoy this partial eclipse. It's going to eclipse some shit in and some shit out, depending on what you've been doing and what you believe, what you perceive, and how you transmutate that energy. Okay? So work with it. Enjoy. I love y'all. Bye.